6:15, this is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Dulmin Samarsinghe and read by Niranjan Abesundara. The Anunayaka Thera Vasagiri chapter says, people experience prosperity always under a strong leader. A program launched to grow mangrove plants near lagoons. New dates will be given to the court cases that have been postponed. More than 20,000 students become eligible to receive scholarships. In world news, Australia is back on outbreak alert as state virus infections spike. Sports and cricket, Big Bash League introduces X-Factor substitutes. The Anunayaka Vasagiri chapter Venerable Vendravi Upalathera says that people in the country experience prosperity from the past under a strong state built by a strong leader. He told the media in Kandy today that people have become fortunate to experience the same under the leadership of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. 6.9 million people in the country have given a huge strength to the president to lift the country out of the place it had fallen into. The Thera said, the president has been able to provide many benefits to the people amid various challenges during the last year. He pointed out the president has taken steps to ensure national security while not allowing extremism and separatism to raise its head while strengthening Buddhism. But Rupali Thera further said that the country would have moved very far on the path of development if not for the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. A program has been implemented to grow mangrove plants near lagoons island-wide. It is being implemented by Marine Environment Protection Authority on the instruction of the Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. The aim is to further expand more than 15,000 hectares of mangroves at present. A program to plant mangrove plants near lagoons has been launched to coincide with the first anniversary of assuming office by President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. The program has been implemented in Kilinochchi, Manna and Rakava areas. The program is scheduled to commence in Trincomalee tomorrow. The Colombo High Court decided to give new dates for the court cases postponed due to the coronavirus pandemic. The Colombo High Court judge bench has taken a decision today. Justices have informed the Registrar of the Colombo High Court to give new dates for those cases. The new dates will be displayed at the High Court premises in due course. The Minister of Education said that 20,250 students are eligible to receive scholarships according to results of this year's Grade 5 scholarship examination. It includes 250 students with special needs. The Education Minister said that there are 10 students who scored 100% correct answer to the examination, and they are Siyati Vitmutsa Karuna Tilaka of Sangamitta Baraka Vidyalaya Gaul, Debli Yasamini Tilaka Rapna, Subana Jyoti Primary Vidyalaya Ingriya, Sunil Damsara Ahaligoda Primary School, Yahara Yatmini Appa Girls High School Kandy, Dovindu Chirandit President's College Ambedipitya, Farzan Mohammed Zahira College Maradana, Tanuja Manamita Siripura Primary School Pudanarva, Tasindu Kavishan Tangala Model Primary School, Hinuda Sasmita Gunathilaka Bandaragama National School, and Akurasa Hebage Sihat Sandinu, Dharmapala Mahavidyalaya East Arawala. The Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, in his capacity as Minister of Finance, scheduled to present Appropriation Bill 2021 in Parliament tomorrow. It will be debated for 21 days. The second reading will take place on the 18th to 21st of this month. The vote will be taken at 5 p.m. on that day. The Committee State debate will be held from the 23rd of this month till the 10th of December. The Secretary General of Parliament, Neil Indawala, told the SLBC that the vote on the third reading of the budget will be taking place at 5 p.m. on the 10th of December. During the budget debate, Parliament will meet daily from 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. The SLBC will give a live broadcast of the debate. Mr. Professor GLPD said the decision to open schools or not on the third term on the 23rd will be taken according to the advice of the health experts, principals and teachers. During a media briefing today at the headquarters of the Pudani Pyramid Heart Office in Battanamulla, the minister said more attention will be paid on the protection of health of the students. The minister thanked those who committed themselves to release the results of the Grade 5 College examination soon. MP Sagar Kharivasam said the government has been able to control the COVID-19 pandemic and to maintain the economic process without an interruption. Steps have been taken to pay the 15,000 rupee allowance given to tourist drivers affected by coronavirus pandemic. Mr. Prasanna Rathunga has instructed Tourism Authority to make the payments to eligible persons by next week. Under the scheme, 3,085 tourist drivers will get the allowance. The Cabinet has approved to pay an allowance of 15,000 rupees and 20,000 rupees to the tourist drivers and guides. The Regional of Authority Dhammik Vidyasinha said that 1,998 tourist guides have been paid the allowance of 20,000 rupees. Army Commander Chandra Silva says arrangements have been made to bring down Sri Lankans staying overseas. 1 or 2 airplanes will be used for the purpose from next Wednesday. He said more than 40,000 have been brought down so far. 106 Sri Lankans are expected to arrive in the country today. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The reciting of the Ratna Sutra organized at temples identified by the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation will take place at 6:30 p.m. today. It will take place at the Pandadra Galagoda Sri Maha Temple. It will be broadcast by SLBC Sinhala Commercial Service, City FM and regional services this evening. Veteran singer Paul Fernando has passed away. He was not well for some time. He was 68 years at the time of his demise. Late Paul Fernando was a popular singer in the 70s decade. Avi Vanambarakvage, Guru Hadavata Vivara Karanna, Ruwan Maliga Natamahata, Egadagude Malnelana Letano are some of his popular songs. And that ends local news for now.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The Ministry of Health says that another 311 coronavirus patients have recovered and discharged from hospitals today. This brings the total number of COVID-19 recoveries in Sri Lanka to 11,806, while 5,523 patients are being treated. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
On to water supply, the National Water Supply and Drainage Board says the water supply to Karuthara will be suspended for 11 hours from 8:30 a.m. till 7:30 p.m. tomorrow. Water Board announced that the water supply will be suspended to Wabduwa, Nagada, Waskaduwa, Potapitiya, Karuthara North, Karuthara South, Katakurunda, Bentota, Bombuwala, Payagala, Beruwala, Maggana, Arudgama, Darga Town and Kalua Modara. The Water Board requests the public to call on hotline number 1939 for any information. That came to in Watchlight. On to world news. Australia is back on an outbreak alert as state virus infections spike. Biden turns to focus the U.S. economy as Trump vows more challenges to election outcome. The European Union diplomats say Britain has choices to make on the new trade deal. South Australia reported 14 new coronavirus cases today, a rapid spike in the state's first outbreak since April, and prompting officials to impose social distancing restrictions. The cluster also prompted some other Australian states to reimpose strict quarantine measures on anybody arriving from South Australia just days after Prime Minister Scott Morrison said he expected all internal borders to be opened by Christmas. President-elect Joe Biden today will focus on reviving a pandemic-battered U.S. economy as he prepares to take office as outgoing President Donald Trump promised more lawsuits of the type that so far have failed to alter his election defeat. The number of coronavirus cases surging across the country, Biden will receive a briefing and give a speech in his home state of Delaware on rebuilding an economy that has suffered millions of job losses and the pandemic has killed more than 245,000 Americans. Britain has choices to make if it wants a new trade deal with the European Union, diplomatic sources with the bloc today, adding Brexit negotiators have yet to come up with mutually acceptable solutions for the 3 most contentious issues. Ireland, the EU member states most exposed to Brexit, said today London and the bloc had up to 10 days to unlock trade talks to avoid tariffs and quotas kicking in from 2021 and damaging an estimated $1 trillion worth of annual commerce. And back to the headline to the world news. Australia is back on outbreak alert as state virus infections spike. Biden turns focus to U.S. economy as Trump vows more challenges to election outcome. European diplomats say Britain has choices to make on new trade deal. That was world news. And on to development news. The second phase of development at the Bandaranaike International Airport, the BIA at Katunayake, will commence on Wednesday with a funding of 107 billion rupees from Japan, making it the largest development project since 2014. State Minister of Aviation D.V. Shanika said BIA will be modified to suit the rapidly transforming world. The new multi-level terminal would expand over an area of 100,000 square meters. It will entail separate departure and arrival terminals. That was development news. On to sports news. It's cricket news. The Australian Big Bash 2020 tournament has introduced X-Factor substitutes among 3 innovations for the upcoming 2020-21 season. Teams are able to name 2 substitutes, one of whom can be used at the 10-over mark of their first innings. The usual 6-over power play will now only be 4, with the batting side choosing when to take another 2. There are 3 points for a win, with an extra point dependent on the state of the run chase in the second innings. Olympic news. Head of International Olympic Committee IOC has said he's very confident that spectators will be able to attend the Tokyo Olympic Games next year. Thomas Bach added that IOC would take great efforts to make sure fans are vaccinated before arriving. He is currently in Japan to discuss how the Olympics can be held next year. Tokyo Games originally scheduled to start in July but was postponed for a year due to the coronavirus outbreak. More than 11,000 athletes from around 200 countries had been scheduled to take part in the Games, now due to begin in July 2021. Tennis news. Victoria Premier Daniel Andrews has said staging an Australian Open in January and other tennis tournaments in the southern state is a no-done deal due to COVID-19, putting the brakes on Tennis Australia scheduling plans. Tennis Australia boss Craig Tyree said the ATP Cup and other events will be held in Victoria in the lead-up to the year's first Grand Slam in January because of logistical challenges caused by COVID-19 pandemic. However, Andrews said health authorities had not signed off on Tennis Australia's plans. That was sports news.
Empower your dreams with NSV Wings. NSV Wings. Reach out the high goals.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Cristic Lanka Polymers Private Limited became the first Sri Lankan company to obtain 3 Lloyd Register accreditation in relation to yacht and boat manufacturing industry at once, a significant milestone for the company. The certificates were obtained for unsaturated polyresins and gel coat resin for yacht and boat manufacturing. Lloyd Register is a leading international provider of all classification, compliance and consultancy services to the marine and offshore industries. That was Business News.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
The wait is over and it's time for you to experience happiness. It's time to remap the graph for success. It's time to rebuild your empire. It's time to initiate your entrepreneur dreams. Empower your dreams with NSV Wings. Get your 2-year personal loan for just 7% per annum, starting from 500,000 rupees to 10 million rupees. All you need is just one guarantee. NSV Wings. Reach out the high goals.
Economic news. Courtesy of...
Congratulations on your promotion. When will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Economic ministers from 10 associations of Southeast Asian nations and 5 other partners signed a regional comprehensive economic partnership agreement in Vietnam recently, touted as the world's largest trade deal. The partners include China, the world's most populous nation, Japan, Korea, Australia and New Zealand, and covers 47.5% of the world population with 3.6 billion people and 28% of global trade and a combined gross domestic product of $32 trillion. That is economic news.
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
No, Amma. We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
Oh, really? How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy. She might be feeling very uncomfortable. The airport must be heavily crowded because it's a season.
Amma, calm down. Everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge. There's nothing to worry.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And on to the weather report. Met Department says cloudy skies are expected tomorrow over the island and Shah that shall occur in the northern, north central, eastern, southern and Uva provinces. Shah that shall occur elsewhere, particularly in the afternoon or night. Heavy showers about 100 millimeters can be expected some places in the northern, eastern, southern, Uva and northwestern provinces. And back to the headlines of the news. Ananayaka Theatre of the Askari chapter says, people experience prosperity always under a strong leader. A program launched to grow mangrove plants near lagoons. New dates will be given to court cases that have been postponed. More than 20,000 students become eligible to receive scholarships. In world news, Australia is back on outbreak alert as state virus infections spike. Sports is cricket. Big Bash League introduces X-Factor substitutes. That in the news, and on this Monday evening,